Hi, I'm MT Deco, and welcome to my second vlog ever. This time, we are headed to Lake Vermillion, Soudan Underground Mine State Park. Boy, what a mouthful, but so is the park. Located in northern Minnesota within the Iron Range and on the shores of the beautiful and fish-friendly Lake of Vermillion, this park has it all, and a mine as a bonus. The park is located in my favorite part of the state, the northern chunk. For reference, here's a quick snap of the journey from the Twin Cities. The drive up was great and flew by in no time. I'm joined by Lyle on this one, so you'll see him in some of the footage. The trip was amazing, and I'm truly happy to be able to take whatever footage I have and cobble some sort of video out of it. At the park, I enjoyed our campsite, the lake itself, a really excellent hike I took, and of course the mine tour, which made the park stand out as being unique in the state. Lyle certainly enjoyed the other activity that is popular at the park, fishing. We found the day use area's dock a perfect spot to toss the line from. But that's enough of me yammering away. Let's get on the road to Lake Vermillion and I'll show you what a great time we had. Let's go!
Every trip seems to start with a stop or two. This time I'm picking up Lyle and loading extra luggage up. Next, we're off to the best meat and adult beverage store in the cities. But I promise we'll make it to the park in a flash. Lyle knows all the best spots, and here we are at Morelli's, the go-to market to get your barbecue supplies and a few other odds and ends to keep things together. Hey, enough with errands. Let's get on the road to Lake Vermillion. It's time to beat the cities and head to the woods. And we made it in a flash. Here we are driving into the park now. Here I captured the action of Lyle setting up his tent. I like to be helpful, or at least get in the way of progress a bit. Been a few of those tent spikes on the rocky ground, ouch. But where there's a will, there's a way. The site we got was really nice, as you can see. A great stand of birch across the way, and a good screen of trees make the site feel more woodsy. Off to a great start. And wouldn't you know it, just as Lyle finished getting his tent set up with, I may add, the rainfly, a flash rainfall hit our brand new camping spot with a bit of force. But the timing couldn't have been better since we were both a bit worn out from traveling and the setup made the perfect excuse for a bit of a nap. It would turn out that for the remainder of the trip after this, the skies would be clear and sunny, so no worries. The next day brought perfect weather, and we decided to check out the dock at the day use area. Lyle had heard it was the perfect spot to toss the line. Here, I'm in the van getting ready to walk down to the shore and join Lyle, when I had a friend visit the van. I was struck with how peaceful the scene was. Well, enough of that. Let's head down to the lake.
I got us booked.
Yeah?
Yeah, tomorrow at 12:30. Yeah.
I really need to learn how to take better footage. I'm all over the place with these shots, but hopefully things will improve somewhat as we go along. Here, I'm talking to Lyle about the big Soudan mine tour. More to come on that in a bit, but prior to that tour, we really enjoyed ourselves out on the dock and in the park. Lyle even ended up catching a few fish. What a great day. I went to explore the park a bit as Lyle fished off that dock. Let's take a look at the boat launch area. What great facilities they have here. Everything is sparkly and new, including the parking area and docks for the boat launch. We really lucked out with the weather. A perfect day to enjoy outside. Here's a little diversion I had while I was enjoying the dock. This pole had holes cut in it, which the wind off the lake would catch, and it acted just like a flute. I tried to capture a bit of it here after I enjoyed listening to its tune, but unfortunately the mic on the camera only picked up the wind, and not the serenade. It was an enchanting memory from the trip. I felt like the lake was making music just for me. After spending a bit more time lazing on that dock, I picked myself up and headed for the van. What was in store next? I had to find out. As I made my way up from the docks, I was treated to this sight up in the sky. I'm no expert when it comes to birds, but in my mind I thought it looked like an eagle. I wonder if it was, but it sure looked confident as it winged by at some speed.
Goodness. Are we there?
Don't screw it up, man.
You there?
You're there.
Go right there. You cut down to the bone. Oh, this is nice white meat too, Mike.
I thought you said you had a fillet knife.
I do, but it's not as sharp as this one, I don't think. I don't think it would be.
Here we see Lyle filleting his catch from the lake. As it turned out, we didn't really have a perfect knife for the job. But Lyle persevered and in the end got a few nice cuts off the fish.
Excellent. Get a little shot of those steaks. Oh yeah, coming along.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Boy, did we eat good on this trip. I wanted to highlight my favorite dinner, and that was this one, steak and rice. Boy, did it hit the spot. After all that food, it was time for a hike. Just like Gooseberry Falls, this hike had an enticing reward at the end of the trail, a dramatic overlook onto Lake Vermillion. Oops, almost missed the trailhead here. There it is. Surprisingly, the entrance to the trail is not well marked, either at the trailhead or anywhere else. I had to take a super close look at the park map and also used Avenza, which is a handy cell phone app to find the trail. great hike. It was well worth it. The overlook is just breathtaking. I sat on that rock looking out over the lake till I lost track of time, enjoying the view, the breeze, and the whole experience. And to think, I had that spot all to myself. I may need to keep this one a secret for my next trip up. On the way back to camp, just when I was feeling all woodsy and outdoorsy, I was reminded that I'm just a city rat. You may want to cover your ears for this next segment.
Ah! Oh my God. Scare the crap out of me.
Boy, I failed again to capture that properly, but it was just a wood grouse and not the grizzly bear that was in my mind. Man, how embarrassing. Back at the camp after a great hike. Let's gear up for that mine tour next. Just a quick drive over to the town of Soudan had us at the Underground Mine State Park in no time. Lyle and I were a bit anxious, knowing that in just a few minutes we'd be a good half-mile under the ground. On with the adventure.
Justin. I will be your tour guide here for the 1 o'clock tour. How many of you, this is your first time visiting the Soudan Underground Mine State Park? Oh, that's pretty much everybody. Good. Well, that means I don't have to worry about telling you the truth. So next time you come here, you can say, well, my tour guide last time said. Goodness, I can't tell you how many times I have heard that.
The tour guides were great. They gave us a good understanding of the history and some of the challenges the miners faced, while keeping their delivery entertaining and light. Lyle was especially struck by descriptions of how hard the work was versus how little the miners actually made, given the grueling work that they did. Oh boy, here we go. We're all going to squeeze into that box. The guides told us that they'd pack double the number of miners in that thing. Boy, I can barely imagine it. Wow, what a ride. we made it down okay, and I just hope we make it back up. It is hard to get a feel for what the trip was like from this video. It was a real experience. You'll just have to head up there and take the tour yourself. Here you can see the tram we get to take to the mine. I'm still a bit wobbly from that ride down, but I think I can survive the tram. I make a beeline for the front car. That way I can get the best camera shots as we head down the tracks.
You see the back?
Same place, so that's good.
The ride down the tunnel was brisk. Up topside, the temperature was in the low 80s, but down in the tunnel, under all that earth and rock, it was cold. Above freezing, but still cold. As the tram ran down those tracks and being in the front car, I certainly could feel that wind full on. Thankfully, they tell you to bring a jacket, and I certainly was thankful for that.
End of the line.
Get the shallows in hand.
Yeah.
Get to work. See, one of George's.
We make our way from the tram up some stairs and into the mine.
We have over 50 miles of tunnel underground here. Okay. This level is only 1.5 miles. We came 3/4 of a mile up to the west. The track's still in.
Here, we're in the mine that the tour highlights. I won't spoil the experience for you, but there are some fun demonstrations that the guides walk us through at this point, but I'll skip talking about that, so maybe you'll be enticed to take the tour. Hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Well, we made it safe and sound back up to the surface. Before we wrap up the mine tour, I should mention there were also tons to see back up top, like the steam room that ran the elevators and the staging area where they loaded the trains. But I want to show you this shot from one of the structures. Wow, what a nice scene to look out onto. You better believe I'm happy only touring the site and enjoying the views, instead of having to struggle in the mines. The tour certainly gives you an appreciation and respect for the sacrifices and the hard work of the actual miners. I won't forget the things I saw and learned from this trip anytime soon. The beautiful Lake Vermillion, the fishing, that amazing overlook and hike, and of course the Soudan mine tour. I'd like to wrap up with a few nature shots. Thanks for watching.
Hey, miner, you there, work harder. What, you think you're gonna get your $1 a day pay with work like that? I'll work harder, you'll see. That's the idea. Once you're done here, you can go load up the next cart. I'm gonna go take a break.